Hello, hello. Hi. Oh my gosh, guys. Work a kill me, work a beat me bad, 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 bad. Work a beat me bad, people. But I said, let me just come on and just touch base with my graduates because even though I'm working, I'm peeping and I'm listening. I'm peeping and I'm listening. Trust and believe. Hey, Professor Gorgeous Lady, or go on, Steph B. What's up? Hey, Sexy San, you there? Oh, God, Kelly. What's up? What's up, Misty Brown, Nadine Jackson, Pi Gordon, what's up? Hey, Tamicia, what's up? Give me a rat-tat-tat-tat-tat. I am here. Yes, keep quiet, keep quiet. No sound. You can't hear me now. I had to mute it. Can you not hear me now, Dawn? Because I muted it before. Oh, you miss me. Thank you. Yeah, I have been busy and I am still busy. Just to give you an example, can't quite show you everything because it's confidential documents, but trust and believe I am busy. Yeah, so I have to, hang the bango first before social media. Social media have a pause. When it's this time of the year, if you look back on all my profiles, you will see that at this time of the year I am the most quiet, the least present, because I have got more important and pressing things that I need to complete, in my professional area. So I need to keep focused and do what I need to do, right? You know what they say, purse first, or money before mix up, but because as much as YouTube pays, it not pay like my work. Okay. So I gotta focus on that, right? Kiki, what's up? Hey Vanessa, what's up, sis? And just as Don says, welcome everyone. Tap up the screen twice to like up the live. I got chat to people in business just for a shot like a while before we go back to work, right? Okay. What a something. Mimi over there eat chicken right now. What is going on with Mimi girl? Why Mimi girl come out like that today? Mimi girl come out and I cuss up pure bad word. I tell everybody about them mama, them poopa, everybody. She a deep up, she a go out with herself. Because according to her, people are coming onto her life and disrespecting her constantly. Mimi, let me tell you something. You cannot allow social media to get to you like that and be a YouTuber. One. You see, even if you come out and cuss, turn the cussing in a joke and turn it in a content. Like when my anger J Progress. Yeah. Because J Progress passing place, people might have thought I was not angry. I made a complete mockery out of that guy. You understand? Because he deserved it. Yeah, he deserved it. But you got to think about how to present your anger in a way that it does not take away from who you are as a person. It doesn't take away from your standards. You understand? When you get so angry that you end up to tell people for F off as S your mother and all those kind of things, that kind of ignorance is gonna get you limited respect and regard out here. You understand? So while I can understand why Mimi got upset, hold on there. Let me just stop because these little spammers, yeah. Every time you come on in this mode, here they come chatting crap. So we're going to get rid of them. So let me just go over here and stop these people from speaking because we don't want to hear any of the nonsense that you guys have to say. Okay? So you, Mr. Superman Clark Kent, whatever the hell you are, goodbye. All right? Hey, Linda Paris, I'm good, I'm good. So yeah, Mama see me, Miguel over there going and stuff. What is wrong with these women? Eh? Everybody's head is chipping. Wanna see the clip? One more post on Facebook, wanna see oh the one such woman are going, wanna see how she are going on TikTok. I tell you about these people. You don't have to do much, you just have to sit back and allow them to get comfortable and be themselves. And everything will show, everything will reveal itself to the world, right? Because if you have to pretend to be God fearing 1 minute and then you come out and I tell people, oh, them all big. Really, Mrs. Carter? Really? You think you're in a position to tell people who for all big or who for all not big? Eh? Me can understand you're frustrated and you're upset because every time you come on the live, them on kiss my teeth and I go on with themselves because them don't want to see you and them don't want to see such man. But for you to respond like that as a brand ambassador, that says a lot about you, ma'am. It does. Yeah. It show you say you really and truly is that. That's your real self. Your real self. Everything that you put on in the camera is just for the bag. Right? Work your work, in other words. But your true self, your mouth very dirty. Your mouth very dirty, man. You're not, you like to give the impression that you're a lady. You're definitely not a lady. Me, I must wonder if you have such man and manners. That is like a pastor custom congregation because the offering enough. The point is to win souls. It is a facade. The man tell you big up yourself, DJ at Porridge. But I was shocked because as I tell you, I don't watch these people. But I watch all the other little channels and stuff. And sometimes they have little snippets, little cutouts. And while I try to avoid them, they end up in my feed altogether. You were so flabbergasted when you heard the language. You know, I was not flabbergasted. I'm not surprised because both of them are showing themselves to be two of a kind, two peas in a pod, right? So do not be surprised at all. And I think that everything that she's displaying, that she's been displaying over this past period was just to trick the crowd and to let people think that she's a nice person. But trust and believe they are exactly the same. At first, I was fooled too. Don't forget, even me, HTK, was fooled by her because I started off thinking, no man, let us support her. But then she's showing that she's just as racha and dirty mouthed as such man. The two of them are exactly the same. Because somebody just come on your life and all they wrote was kiss my teeth. Them never tell you about your parts. Them never call your man a PDF. Them never do none of that. Them just go kiss my teeth. And you lash out and I tell the person, say, them figure it's them mother and all them a big old girl. So, ma'am, if you're also a little bit, oh, your man a run up and down, so that me want know. Oh, your man a run up and down, so I'm gonna customize this because I don't want people over here with enough, because you have some enough people, eh? Let me just deal with this. If you are not a subscriber, you can keep it the hell moving. I don't want to hear nothing from Oni. So what all of the people I'm love defend up the God is love people? What the God is love people them there? If you don't know what me I talk about God is love people, go on over by Empo. Only one Empo and nail it. She grabbed the clip and she fling it up, my loves. When you go on over there, go see who God is love lady. Yeah? The one who don't have palm pedestal as, oh my gosh, such an example. Such an example. A lot of ladies need to be like her. Huh? Really? Are you sure? I wanna forget trick. My laugh I found anytime them something I wanna forget trick. I like it when them trick on. Yes, man. I like it when them trick on and them true self fly out. And you get to see exactly what they're about. It's sweet me. It's sweet me, man. Yes, man. Yo, Mrs. Carter, cuss up some more bad word, chip up some more and tell them again about their mama. We like that. It's on the brand for pretenders. Truth me the surprise. Hey, hi Kay, I like your hair. Thank you, Andrea. Yes, that's what you need to do. You need to come out and really show who you are. Yeah? And you talk about say yeah, go on them with it because you're there on such man channel. Well on they look like some battery, they don't know. Well on people. Right? Yes. Oh, you only being that way because you're there on the man channel. So that means say, respect your man channel. On your man channel, anything goes. So you're going to show them that the dog shit behavior is acceptable on his channel. Because on his channel, that is where all standards drop and everything is below the belt. Huh? See, you're not ratings and the respect for your man. If you go up on him page and behave like that, after him that they are sing about your African queen. Which part of your African queen, ma'am? Hey, which part of your African queen? What are they? Because we don't want this thing. Because guys, can you hear me? Can you just comment if you can hear me? Because this has a gray film over it, and anytime it does this, it's being stupid. Anytime it does this, it's being stupid. Can you actually hear me? Drop a thumbs up or something if you can't hear me, because it looked like it freeze. I tell you about this thing, it's annoying. Hold on, I'm gonna go in at the actual YouTube on my laptop, because sometimes it just doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Wait. Okay, you see? The last comment that is on my phone, guys, is hi K, I like your hair. Over here, some may see one whole heap of loud and clear. Yes, 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 and thumbs up. Yep, yep, I can. Some me no know. Sometimes YouTube just not no sense. You understand? I am feeling the attack. Yes, 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 my love. So when I see the clip, I say, but Jesus, eh? She fly out, you know. And I come and talk about kiss my teeth and oh, me will liberty you up over here so you know, she say a cushy and page this. Over here, so me tell you about your part and and me diss you and tell people and tell the girl, oh, big old girl, and go suck your mother pan top of that. Hey, brawling. Yes, man. Show yourself, show your colors. And that we like. That is why we just don't bother. We sit back, you understand? Because we know that we have to show on a true self eventually. So I don't know what it is about these women that these men are interacting with. But the whole of them just go down the toilet eventually. Me, you are young. But that behavior that you did on your life today, that not make it, my love. And you might feel justified, but when you get older, you're going to realize that that was not a big deal. If people come on and say your egg fried too much, or this not do good, or ray, you just delete them. You delete them, you block them, and you keep it moving. You're going to cut off your nose to spite your face because of what people are saying. You can't stop people from criticizing your egg. Because you might have liked your egg that way, to them it's overdone. What? What are you going to do about it? Whenever we put content out there, people are going to either like it or not like it, criticize it or not criticize it. Either way you take it. You understand? But she said they ripped her to pieces in the comments. Yeah, that's who she is, classless. It truly is. That's why we know that everything else is quite pretentious. Whenever we see them pretending as though they're this tidy family, we know it's an absolute mess. Okay, so I'm going to tell you something else. Another person sent me a clip. Well, they sent me a note, and then I found the clip, about the clip, right? And the clip was about such man going through the house and videoing his daughters. And the particular clip that is now doing the rounds on TikTok shows Jay bending over in her room and the camera focusing on her lower half. Now, I don't even know what to say about that. Because even if this is done for controversy, why would a man who has been accused of the things he's been accused of deliberately post a clip like that for controversial discussions or to generate traction? Why would you capitalize on that by focusing your camera on the lower anatomy of your stepdaughter? Something about that is very disturbing. It's sick. And I don't know if anybody else saw that clip, but it's all over TikTok. Go and have a look. Will Mimi ever learn? Just wait and see. Yeah, we're going to give her time, my love. You know, Mimi will figure it out. She'll figure it out. She seems to be very confident that she's in love. I know what it was like when I was in my 20s. Nobody couldn't tell me what to do. So she's going to have to learn the hard way, like everybody else. And maturity will come through experience, right? So we're going to leave Mimi alone. Plus, I don't want her crying on live anymore. So I'm not going to go in. You understand? I'm not going to go in. I'm going to leave her to figure it out, right? Hey, unapologetically Stacy, what's up? Yes, you know, so when I saw that, I was like, but wait, you know, and that encouraged me to then go watch the video itself and to watch the clip. Now, the situation was that he was having a conversation with all of his daughters. And that was about what they wanted, you know. So one was saying that they wanted clothes, the other one was saying, making a whole list of things that she wanted, right? And he went to then find Jay. When he went to find Jay, he was asking Jay, well, Jay, what would you like? And I bet you that unlike everybody else, you won't want anything because, you are the one that's going to want the least. To which she replied that she had the least. Don't quite know what she means by that. If she really meant that, if that was just her joking. But she seemed to be of the impression that she received the least gifts. Take that how you may. But when approaching her, she was bent over the side of her bed. She was in a pair of gray tights, and she was leaning on her bed, doing whatever. You couldn't see her top half. And the camera panned to her lower extremities. And little baby O was running in between, trying to obviously get her attention because, she is a daddy's girl. So she's always trying to get his attention. So she's running back and forth, kind of like, trying to get his attention and realizing that he was completely fixated. And then goes, "What are you doing?" Like, "Hey, I'm down here," kind of thing. Look, go look at it for yourself. Go look at it for yourself. And you tell me if that's normal. Let me tell you something. A normal dad would move the camera away. Because why? Why would that be a point of filming? It's just not. She's relaxed and vulnerable in her own space. Just completely relaxed and vulnerable in her own space. Why would you pan the camera on her lower half? It's not like she's a bony kid. Like, why? Yes, I saw that. That clip is quite concerning. Let me not tell you, right? I'm just like, it just didn't make sense to me, guys. It didn't make sense to me. And I'm like, you're aware of the sensitivities that are in the atmosphere around who you are, the things that you have been accused of, what your name is attached to, and all of that. And you insist on invading this child's space. And she clearly was not really interested, because he was asking her questions and she was like, "I'm having an off day." 190 out of you and only 75 likes. Guys, can you please like up the live? If you are on the screen, just double tap it. If double tapping doesn't work, it should work. If double tapping doesn't work, reduce the live and click the thumbs up, please. If you hit the hearts, that's not liking the live, by the way. I don't know if you know that. But do hit the hearts because that ups the algorithms. Her true colors has been showing from the other day. The girl a real skitter. She can't call nobody big old because that's why her husband keep going out on her. But let me tell you something. I only per man give on. It don't have to do with nothing with to do with your wall. Let me tell you something. Your wall could have big, your wall could have small. It's about variety and conquest. So, that kind of argument in itself, that's just us slapping back to go, well, you shouldn't call anybody big old because your old clearly never did that do it. We not do that really for say that is the case. We're just saying that this is how people can argue back with you when you put yourself in a position where you are making derogatory comments about another female's sexuality because your sexuality was clearly not adequate. So it's not a position that you should be taking. Okay, you want to run people, you can cuss them, whatever. Even the suck your mother, we can look past because that's like a typical, expression. But if you talk about big old gal, as though yours is that small that it's great, is is a dramatic irony, given the fact that your man's face is out here with his tongue down somebody else's throat. It's just not. It's not a good look for you. You understand? You're just not in that position. And he took that position from you. So you got to deal with that. I'm just saying. When that said, hey, not said that lady front sure not comfortable at all. Or my man run from tree go underage. Have mercy, God. No, HTK, listen to this. If police check his phone, they would find lots of, hey, inappropriate pics. Do you know DJ Hot Porridge? Anyway, we're not gonna say nothing about that. Leave it to time. Leave it to time, people. We allowing them to become comfortable now. Let them get comfortable. Right? Give it moments. We are very patient over here. We are very, very patient. We have no need to rush. Hey, Juju, what's up? What's up? Say no more. She got very intelligent. Yes, yes, you are. But like I said, right? That particular clip was very disturbing. And it just goes to show you how tone deaf these people are about the reactions of the public. And then when they step into the public arena and they get totally trashed on Instagram, they get trashed on TikTok because of this whole thing. They're not doing anything to help themselves. At least he isn't, right? Um, Nor is she being vigilant to ensure that the content does not create that kind of backlash. You understand? The man insists on just turning up in her space while she's doing her thing, and this time she wasn't prepared for it, I would hope, because why would you be prepared for the camera to come into your room and be in that kind of position to be on camera is beyond me. And even so, it should have been a case of, girl, fix yourself up. You cannot be sticking out your butt for the camera. So we're gonna cut that out, sit up, and then I will come back in, and you look like you're about to have a conversation with me. Yeah, at that point, it's a stop, erase, and start again. But to be, and I mean the way the man laughs with the camera, and literally, and here is Baby O jumping up, going, look at me, and he never not look. You understand? So to chef go, what are you doing? Me? Not my circus, not my monkeys. If you don't see nothing wrong with that, you sick. Yeah. Are you able to post a link to the clip that you are referring to? Hang on. I can actually. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just going to go onto my TikTok because I liked it. So I could keep it in my thing. And I think I reposted it as well. Let me go into my profile. I'm going to my liked videos. Yep. So far it has nearly 7K views. How me share? This? No. How me copy the link? Oh, Sita, copy link. Okay, hang on. There you go. Bam. He didn't even alert her he's entering. I truly wonder if she has privacy in this house. And let me tell you something. You know what's interesting? Because in the training that I did this afternoon, we were going through the rights of a child, okay, with the teachers. We're going through the rights of a child with the teachers. We looked through the United Nations Convention, the charter that was all, put together. I think it has like 53 rights of a child, one of which is the right to privacy. Every child has a right to privacy, right? In that they should not be made to feel uncomfortable as long as it is not at a risk of their own safety. Now, a teenager definitely needs privacy. Their bodies are changing. Their hormones are changing, etc., etc. They should have their own space. But she was clearly comfortable enough to be like that because she's in her room. She not do nothing. And hello, I'm sure she was not expecting that she gonna end up on camera. Because even when he was there saying what he's saying, she was like, today's an off day, which, hello, read between the lines. I'm not in the mood. I'm not even in the mood to talk to you. And he just kept going. So when can she doesn't want to be rude or disrespectful and say, would you just piss off because I'm not in the mood to talk? You need to pick up on when your teenager is not in the mood. You understand? And she clearly was not in the mood because she said today's an off day, and he just kept pressing with the camera in her face. What do you mean today's an off day? Do you expect the girl to talk about that on camera? It was so awkward and uncomfortable to watch. And she did just look so uncomfortable. And the video clip did switch from her being in that position to her sitting down, right? Which, but not without it literally lingering. Not without it lingering for a while. Hey, Kendra. Such woman with the world map hole. I call another female all big bright. I'm telling you. You understand? Right? It's intrusive. Absolutely intrusive. You know, that little girl bottom, her mother says nothing about it. No, my love. And the mother talk about the little girl bottom all the time, don't she? It's not our words. It's what she has said, that she has a big one, unlike her, and hers flat, and her daughter's one is big. So why is your husband zooming in and focusing on the child's rump? Me just ask the question. Now if any things say that normal, that not normal to me. That not normal to me. You understand? I'm super happy you saw the clip. Thanks, Renee. He's so out of order. Exactly. And for cool off the child, it's ridiculous. It's weird. It's weird to me. I'm not saying that, you know, because obviously such woman accepts such man around the place. So whatever, you know, for them sick combo that. But you just gonna leave things careless like that? You just gonna leave things like that? Just so? Hmm? And such woman, you know, say, anyway, I'm not gonna say nothing about that. Because I said I was keeping that person confidential. But you know, say, let me leave it. I don't know how anyone still watches them. I just can't see them the same. I pray that she would become a little bit more assertive and bold in expressing how she feels. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I know a weekly vlog was dropped. I've not looked. I told you, I've been too busy and I haven't watched any of it. But I usually listen to OMGGG TV in the background when she's doing her analysis. I don't know if she's done one yet because I haven't really been online, excepting when I was checking my Facebook and the messages dropped and then people sent me those things. But you have to be conscientious, right? I, as a mom, of now I have a young adult. Before I had 2 teens and I have 1 teenager. And there are times when sometimes I forget and I just the door, my teenager's door, and then I have to go, oh, I'm sorry, come back out. You understand? Because in my mind, he's still my baby, right? But he's a big kid now and he needs his space, his privacy. So ideally, it's knock and enter, right? Knock because me a come, right? And yeah, and I mean, you understand. So it's like giving them that privacy, that space to sort themselves out. If they're not dressed, cover themselves up, blah 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 blah, all those kind of things, right? Before you enter the room. The only time I insist on room doors being open is when chores are being done, so that they're not just on their phone instead of doing their chores. When homework is being done, so I can monitor to make sure that homework is being done, right? Other than that, they have their privacy, right? While I can access my son's phone, I don't just go through his phone necessarily, but I limit the phone time and the phone has to be in every night. He doesn't sleep with the phone. So there's little things that we do to make sure that he has his space and his privacy. You understand? But you just can't if you notice when I'm doing my vlogs, I don't just be filming my son like that. He doesn't want to be in it. I do not let him be a main feature in there at all. If it just so happens that because of the clip he's in the background, there's nothing that we can do and that clip is important, then you might see him, but he'll hold his head down or you may turn his head to the side or whatever. And I respect his space and his privacy. I don't just be blowing him up on social media when he doesn't want to be the center of attention. My older son, the only time you guys saw him was in the birthday vlog. But otherwise them and you're not into that neither, right? And you give them their space, you respect their wishes and so on and so forth. Me and my husband, he's a whole star, so he likes the camera a lot, right? And that's fine, but you can't just invade the child's space. She's clearly not feeling emotionally okay. And then you up in her face asking her why. That you expect her to express herself there. And then she's in her comfort zone, just relaxed, vulnerable and relaxed. And you're so focused that you don't even realize what can go so. What can go so, really? You can see in her eyes, man, don't go in her room. Yeah, you can see it in her eyes for real. She's stressed out in more than one video. I listened to her entire weekly lives, and to hear that little child saying that she's stressed out in more than one video is alarming. She did. I tell you, I haven't been watching. But I never hear OMGGGTV analyze that. Me have to go wait for her to talk about it. I didn't know that she was stressed out. You can see in her eyes. Let me see this. You realize from the look of things, such man is really not happy. They're doing it for the camera. The child even states that she has fallen asleep during the test. Who falls asleep during a test? Nobody falls asleep during a test. You don't fall asleep during a test. You fall asleep during a test. That means you're not sleeping. Test is stressful in itself. It's supposed to have your adrenaline going. That's a disengagement. That's weird. You can tell that child is very uncomfortable in that home. That mother is an evil trash boy. I'm a person who work with kid, and that kid is very unhappy. Why would they need the children to make their money? Exploitation. She tell such woman that she's stressed. She's scared to sleep at the home. Oh God, look here. I said so. I said that. The child said when she does the Bible study, she discussed the Bible study based on what she's going to. But we don't pick up that already on the salvation. We pick up that already, Remember, so when we were discussing it, we said it, We said that everything this little girl is talking about is related to her. Down to the very book she chose to read was connected to her. That girl is a very deep child. And where she's not able to let it out within her household because she looks like she have a mother that would tell her about her parts, she is able to express herself in other ways. I have noticed from previous clips of the Bible study that the mother takes over her space whenever they're doing it together. You understand? So when when they sit in the living room and so, and I heard time for lead, she take over and start going like so she know and she understand more about it than this only talking, and the little girl's like, it's not really what I'm trying to say, but okay. And then you can tell that that's that energy between them. You understand? You can tell that that's that energy. It's a weird energy between them. I think the last content that I watched for them was when the little girl was going to no, she wasn't going to. It's like they were doing some school thing that they were checking out the different schools, and the mother was giving her a whole speech about what she expects of her when she goes to a high school. And it felt like a telling off. I'm like, why does it sound so abrasive? It doesn't sound like two people who have got such a connection that they fully understand each other. And I was like, why does this mother and daughter speak to each other like they don't know each other, like they're just knowing each other? It's weird. The way they communicate, it's like I got the impression that that girl was hearing stuff from her mom for the first time that she has never heard before. These kind of conversations are supposed to be drip fed into your babies. They're supposed to know what you expect. So to the point where by the time they get to high school, they're supposed to sing to you and go, "Mommy, I know you want this out of me." And it sounded like she was just telling her that for the first time. She expects her to be in the top set. She expects her to be the one influencing others. She expects her to join clubs. She expects her to do this. Why are you putting all that pressure on the kid? Just tell her to do well academically, and anything that she wants to do on the side, you support her in that. This pressure for be the Miss Puppet and the Miss It. No, sir. Me. She was crying on the video. She said the topic for last week Bible study is related to stress. She was crying on the video. What she a cry for? On salvation, why was she crying about that? As a SA victim, I can tell you that you never sleep because you're afraid they'll come into your room while you're asleep. That's why she sleeps in school. Oh God. Hmm. Mm-mm. That talk was very aggressive. It was, wasn't it, Misty Brown? It was so aggressive. Like, you better do this and you better do that. And we expect you to be at the top and always hang out with people who are going places. Everybody that you hang out with, they must be doing better than you. All my friends who are doing better than me. And you still can't pronounce H's. I don't understand. Right. J Empress Facts. Crying because she never get 1 point to meet the grade she wants says a lot, because you don't just cry for that, especially she's a brilliant child. Sounds like other pressures are going on, and that was the straw that broke the camel's back, because that's weird. You can have high expectations of you, but it should not get to the point where you are bawling over a point. That's not okay. Bully mama, not a mom and daughter relationship. Yeah, that's the kind of impression. That child did not respond and was just waiting for the mama to shut up. It was threatening instead of motivating. That's what I got from it. I was like, why is she talking to her child like that? She talking to her child like her pitney was a bad pitney. She not talk to her pitney like say her pitney just out of order and she have to line her up. I don't know. Cried because of her maths results, not a result what she wanted. She said she failed her math class and she missed one class by 1 point. Wow. She said she fall asleep and she lost interest, and the only reason she never break down is because her friends was at school. Lose interest in a test? That's he been visiting that baby room, so she's super scared to sleep at the house. She will be ill due to pressure and coercion. It is like he doesn't trust himself around her, so he uses the camera as a way to get close for content, but also between them. Guys, I am reading the comments. These comments are not HDK's comments. They're the opinions of my graduates, which they are entitled to. So I'm simply reading them out aloud, okay? I do not know if this is happening for sure. Because I know some people are quick for fly dump on people with legalities. I'm afraid of lawsuit, you know. Not really. No, actually. Bring it. You see? But all I'm saying is that, you know, people are seeing these things and they're analyzing it in their own way and putting things together. And it's not sounding good, because it is strange to fall asleep during a test. I haven't watched that. Now you guys are making me feel like I should watch it. That's why she ran to school in the first place. Signs are not hard to see. She's screaming on the inside. She have other pressure, of course. She said she is stressed and depressed in the video. What? She needs to listen to the live from 16 minutes onwards. Okay. The Bible study, the child spoke and she's crying out for help. Oh God. No one stopped the public from talk. HDK, facts is facts and fiction is fiction. That's right. That is right, you know. But now you guys are making me think I should watch it, because I haven't been watching their stuff. I literally only watch the clips. I only watch what people put out on their pages, because they have no interest to me really. But I didn't like that clip. That's the only reason why I'm talking about it. That clip was disturbing. The one I've put in the chat, right? That clip was disturbing. I'll put it in here again just in case anybody missed it, and I'll pin it. Hang on. There you go. So in case you missed it, that's where I saw it, because I didn't know about it. Somebody sent me a message in Messenger on Facebook, and then I went on TikTok to see if I could find it, and I found it myself. Watch the last blog with her buying the flowers. Okay, I will do that. Jaja, I don't like what I'm hearing. I don't like what I'm hearing. But yeah, I'll take a look at that. And if anything, if I feel like commenting on it, I will. Educational results may even drop because her concentration has been interfered with, so to speak. She's highly intelligent, more than the capability of getting more than capable of getting top grade. Well, we can't be according to them. We can't be more concerned about her than her own parents, eh? Nobody can be more concerned about her than her own parents. So we really need to mind our business, right? I tell you that all I'm going to do is just sit back and watch you guys fall to pieces with this situation because of how it's being handled. And bit by bit, it's happening. I'm not saying another word on that. But yeah, I'm sure OMGGGTV is going to do her analysis at some point. She coming like she's like me, busy at this time. I saw that disgusting clip, but the comment section fixed her well. Yes, Marlene, hey, big up yourself. But you know, it is quite the clip was it was not okay. It was very odd, very cringe, and most men would avoid situations like that with their own daughter, much less a stepdaughter. Most men would go, no, Sam, I can't. I'll turn the camera here. Fix up yourself. Set yourself good for the camera. And then put the camera back. But he was comfortable videoing her like that. Comfortable capturing that moment. Why would you do that? It's not okay. Especially given the accusations that are levied against your name. Why would you do that? Why would you put the camera there and keep it there to the point where the little one ends up having to try to distract you? You know? It really makes you wonder. Makes anyone wonder about what your intentions are, what's going on in your head. See what I say? And then the little girl's discomfort when you went into the room and she's looking at you and going, today's an off day. What's going on with that little girl? Why am I hearing now that she was crying before and now she's off? She's having an off day. What go on? Trapped indeed. This is sad to see that a mom would create a way for her, the mom be in prison. PDF, wait and see what stupid games gives you. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Dirty mama loud and strong to cuss people for such man, but her daughter is suffering. She slept for a bit during the test because she could not sleep at home. May I ask God to cover her because a 13-year-old should not be saying that they are stressed and depressed. Yeah, when me at 13, what me know about stress and depression? Listen, me did barely I settle myself down, much less in a school. No, I was always bright in school, but me was busy loving life. Busy loving life at 13 and up your friend. Huh? I don't know. She should have been happy, but because of her such man as such woman, she stressed out. She looked annoyed that he was in her presence, in her space. She did. That was evident. She looked very annoyed that he was there. Very, very annoyed. Second complaint coming soon, chat. Almighty God is going to speak through her mouth to bring judgment against her forsaking parents when your mother and father forsake you. The Most High will not. That is a fact. Love your hair. Thank you, Marcia. Maybe him back in the house. She's troubled by it. As long as such woman a kiki and can talk about how much she love the man and can do her after dark conversation, the man saw in I see him clip. When I went on to TikTok, there was clips of her talking about it on there, you know, and if that's what they want, then let them do their thing, right? Because it doesn't matter about the happiness of the child, it doesn't matter about her comfort zone, it doesn't matter about her privacy, it doesn't matter about her image on social media and what you guys put out there and how you film her. No, it doesn't matter. As long as such man and such woman are happy in love. Yes. And yeah, as long as such man is showering such woman with attention, that's all that matters. The child can be sacrificed, right? God is watching and not from a distance neither. But stick a pin. How time now he had touched that baby, I heard 3 times on that age he started doing it to her. We already discussed that, my love. That 3 time we know about. You need to watch her and mind she do something to herself. Oh God, no, God forbid. We cut and clear that argument, Steph B. No, no, say something like that. We cut and clear that. We get rid of that. We cancel that in Jesus' name. That is not going to happen. That not reach her. Right? Such woman is like Cassie in Diddy situation. She's still telling the court how much she love her abuser. Now, my opinion, you hear what the public's saying. The public is speaking. I really have to rewind at the end because I was concentrating on making sweet potato nachos. Lord, them good. Oh my God, Debbie, I've never had sweet potato nachos, and I am a nacho fan. I love my nachos with my salsa and my cheese, and I love those. So sweet potato nachos, that sounds like the business to me. Because I love sweet potato. So I can just imagine all that combination just add. That's supposed to be delicious. You understand? But guys, as I said, I want to come on to catch up with you guys and to touch base with you. I can go back on the people that work. We cannot stay here with you all evening. And I got deadlines to meet. You understand? Deadlines to meet. So you guys have yourselves a blessed evening. And yeah, you have sparked my curiosity now to go and check out that video. So at some point I'll have a look at it, just not tonight, probably not tomorrow either. And look out for the analysis from the other channels. All right, big up on a nice clean self. Thank you so much. Love my fresh look. Oh, bless up yourself. Thank you so much. I just discovered the low carb recipe. Mercy good. No, you need to go send it to me, Debbie. If you're there on Facebook, send it to me, but try it. All right, loving the purple hearts, guys. Blessings, blessings, blessings. Right, and you'll be watching this at some point. I pray that Almighty will judge you. Oh my gosh, Lala. They're between them and God, my loves. All right, later. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Bye.